Hey, this is Shayla with the Sacred Way. I've had people ask me what's a sacred bath, and it's one of those beautiful ceremonies that can also kind of become a ritual if it's something that you want to do on a consistent basis. But it's one of those things that allows you to really connect with water and connect with an intention. And so, ceremonies in general are created to transform us. When we enter ceremony, we go in with a very specific intention, and how we come in, we leave differently. We leave changed and transformed, usually energetically, through the process of these little things that we do throughout the ceremony. And so when we're connecting with a sacred bath, it's usually because water is symbolic for purity and cleansing and releasing. Generally, a sacred bath is going to have some kind of attention attached to that. I mean, it can be relaxing and releasing and healing in a lot of ways, but the healing aspect is the fact that we're releasing and letting go and washing away. And so when we do a ceremonial bath, first thing is, what's your intention? What do you want to release? What are you purifying? You got to ask yourself really specific questions, because the clearer the intention, the more aligned you can be and the more you will connect with it. The whole point, you don't want to do a ceremonial bath and just like you're taking a bath. That's relaxing and calm. That's not the point. A ceremonial bath is supposed to actually change you. And so you want to feel every element of it, and you want to connect with it throughout the entirety of the ceremony. Again, these are sacred waters. So the bath is water and it's sacred. And so we're entering into sacred space just in a different way. And so when we think about what our intention is, we're going to align with that. So let's say, for example, mine is grief. I'm grieving something. I want to release that grief, and I want to release that pain. And so what you're going to do is it's a whole process, because you're going to come up with the idea, and then you're going to have to buy the materials for the bath. So you want to do a little bit of research on, okay, what are some flowers, herbs, and oils that connect with grief? I think chrysanthemums are one. I'm not exactly sure what all of them are. It's something I'd have to look up. But you would want to connect with those herbs and those things, and so you're going to buy them. And even the process of going to the store can be a sacred meditation. You're really connecting to the why am I doing this? What's the reason? What's the intention? And so as you buy each element, let's say I'm going to the store and I'm buying flowers, you want to connect with the feeling that those flowers that you're looking to connect with, of the peace that they're going to give you and all of that. And it just the whole thing becomes a ceremonial aspect, and we realize how we really can integrate the sacred into these everyday, well, even though it's not an everyday thing, but we can integrate into the everyday part of shopping, right? Of the buying process. And so we gather all our materials, and the day that we decide to do this bath, the first thing we're going to do is obviously get all our stuff ready, get it going. We're going to bring it into the bathroom, run the water, and as you're running the water, that's when we do a smoke cleanse. You could do sage, you could do incense, you could do palo santo, whatever it is that you connect with. We're inviting the air and the earth element and the fire element kind of all at once. So we're bringing all the elements into this sacred bath, all the elements of the earth. So when we do a smoke cleanse, energetically, we're just resetting the tone of the space and offering clarity, offering a clean slate. And we're also recognizing that the smell, like in a lot of churches, they use frankincense. In Native American ceremonies or a lot of other ceremonies, we use sage. Sometimes we use Palo Santo, depending on whatever it is. But they evoke a certain spirituality, a certain depth to what we're doing here. It's a very, very present, embodied experience. You're not in your head. You're feeling and you're connecting. You're just in a state of being. And so as you are doing your smoke cleanse, you're praying and you're connecting with spirit while you do that. You're lighting candles. So we're going to light the candles in this space. And honestly, the order doesn't necessarily matter, but kind of does. You want to usually start with the cleansing of the space. That helps to set the tone. And then you kind of you light your candles. Any candles you want to make for, you want to light up for the area. And that's to symbolize light in the darkness, right? We're going to set the tone of the lights down low. And we're creating a very sensual experience in the sense that our senses are going to be piqued, all of them. Your sight, right? It's going to look beautiful. It's going to feel beautiful. It's going to smell beautiful. We want to evoke all the senses in ceremony. And you may want to add essential oils to the water. But like I said, you're gonna sage or do a smoke cleanse. You're gonna light the candles, you're drawing the water. And then you're going to, with intention, everything is done with intention. Everything is done with presence and mindfulness. Nothing is just done like we're just gonna do this. No, it has to be really connected to God, to spirit, to what you're doing and why. And so as you decide to sprinkle the herbs or flowers or however beautiful, you can even do a milk bath. Again, it all depends on what specific intention you're going for. But whatever you're putting into your water, you're going to do that with a prayer. Everything is done with a prayer, with a meditative heart, with a spirit of love and connection. And so usually I'll put my flowers and my herbs in the water. You can choose to make a sachet if you don't want to have to strain it out after. You can put all your stuff into a sachet, and therefore you just take it out of the bath. But usually if you're adding like a beautiful element to it, you kind of want to see them in the water. It looks really pretty. What else? I would recommend a strainer to strain it out before draining it, because you don't want all that stuff in your pipes. Again, add your oils, make it smell really nice. And before you step foot in that water, you want to just kind of connect to your heart. Maybe take a couple cleansing breaths and just really, again, connect with the intention. I'm going to say that 1 billion times because that is so essential with this whole ceremony, this whole process, connecting with that intention. Again, if it's grief, I'm going to release this grief. I'm going to release this grief. I'm going to release this grief. So you're releasing all of that energy and you're healing and you're connecting with what is that going to feel like when that grief is gone? What are we replacing that with, right? We're replacing that with peace and stability and comfort, probably comfort, because grief feels very uncomfortable. And then the second you dip that toe in the water, you are entering sacred space. So the second you get into that water is now holy. And so we sit in that bath. And honestly, this is your time. You get to do whatever you think or feel is right in that moment. So if you need to pray, if you want to use, you can use the, the sachet to kind of scrub your body. If you're doing a purity ceremony or release ceremony and whatever, you may want to scrub your body with it, with flower petals. Like, it can be really beautiful, unless you want to use a specific soap or you just want to cleanse yourself with the water. Everything that you do has to have a reason and a meaning behind it. Nothing gets done just to do it. There's usually some kind of healing, comfort, some reason why we're doing that action. And go through whatever emotions you want to go through for that. Again, connect with every herb and flower that you bought that's in that water is connected with the intention as well. So healing from grief, whatever it is. You do your ceremony, and then again, you thank the water, you release all of that into the water, and that water is going to take it and it's going to go down the drain. It's going to go right back into the earth, and all that energy gets to nourish all the plants and all the earth. And so the earth can take all of those feelings, all the emotions, can take it away from you. And the beauty about water is it's a witness. Water gets to witness everything that you're feeling, and it holds it for you, and it takes it away from you. It does something beautiful with it, right? It nourishes the earth. It feeds plants. It's a beautiful process. And so as that water is draining, you feel that energy just leaving your body. All of that negativity, all of the yuck, all of the gross, just feel it leaving your body. And what you can do, if you're doing that kind of a process, what you can do after is a couple things. You can choose to actually maybe take a shower after, like with keeping with that same, intent and everything of like, now you're washing yourself clean, or you're anointing yourself. So you can use essential oil and anoint yourself with oil. Or if you want to get out of the bathtub, again, you thank the water, you thank the fire for holding space, and we thank all of the elements for being a part of the ceremony. And as you exit that tub, you connect with the intention of, now I'm healed. Now I have released. Now I have let all that go, and I am new. I am a new creature. I'm a new creation. I'm a new being. I'm healed. Whatever the positive aspect of that is, we're adding now. Like we took away, now we're adding to. And you can do that also by like maybe taking some kind of an oil. You can anoint the oil. It could be coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil, whatever kind of oil you have on hand and that you feel connected with. And you can pray a prayer into it or speak an intention into it, is that this oil is an anointing and it's going to protect me, or it's going to heal me, whatever it is that you need. And you can put that all over your body and it can become a protection or a healing salve. And again, everything that we do is with intention. And then at the close of the ceremony, you thank Spirit, thank God, you thank all of the elements that were there, you thank and honor yourself and your spirit and your own heart for being courageous and brave enough to sit ceremony, and you breathe out, you blow out all the candles. Again, keep that gratitude in your heart, and your ceremony is closed. So this can be as long or as short as you want it to be, but again, intention, intention, intention. Every single part of it, from the second you create the idea of the ceremony that you want to manifest, every single element of it is done with intention. From even the color candles you use can be intentional, right? You may want to connect if you are infusing self-love. If you're doing a self-love, like a healing bath, you can do red or pink or whatever is your favorite color. But everything has to be done intentionally, because we're connecting to the energy, we're connecting to the emotions, we're allowing all that energy to enter every space of our being. And when it does that, it really does transform us. And it becomes a really beautiful, poetic process of living out our truth. We know what's inside of us. We're very well aware that we have the ability to heal ourselves. We have a wisdom and an insight inside of us. And so when we sit ceremony, we're literally manifesting that which is already known within. We're putting on the outside what we feel on the inside. Or we're letting go and getting what's inside of us out, because it's we gotta let it go, right? So there's a lot of different ways we can go about it. So that is the process and the steps of a sacred bath. If you have any questions, and when I'm working with clients, we design very specific ones with very specific herbs and flowers, and we get really into it and kind of co-create something together. So if you need that, just reach out. We can discuss a couple things, or do some research on the internet. Feel free to join our Skool Community, Tribe of Transformation, and ask for ideas, because people have a lot of experience with this stuff, and I'm sure somebody out there has some amazing ideas that can kind of add to the experience and add a level of depth and beauty to whatever it is that you want to feel and do and connect with. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.